Hey everybody, Big Anklevich here. Welcome to another episode. We are on week 8 now. It's the week 8 update. How did I do? Are things improving? Getting better than last week? Let's check it out here on Big Anklevich on health. All right, so the first thing we got, of course, is my daily, not so daily updates that I record. So let's take a look and see what I had to say about how this week went. Okay, it's Friday afternoon. I should have done an update video already, but I haven't. So I'm going to try and catch up right now. After I did my video on Tuesday morning, I had myself some breakfast. I had a big thing of bacon, 6 eggs. I had a pound of bacon and 6 eggs for breakfast. And as you might guess, I was pretty full when I was done. It was a good, healthy breakfast. As the day went on, I was still full. And then when I went to go to work, usually that's when I make my lunch and eat that. And I had it in my mind to do so. I was going to have some hamburgers and some stuff to go with it. I had the plan, but then I went and walked out the door without ever doing it, and I was driving to work and I was halfway there and I went, oh crap, I forgot to eat lunch. I thought, well, I guess I'll just start my fast early. I was a little worried because, I fast a lot. That can really help for you to lose weight, but I don't want to damage myself. If you don't get enough nutrition, then your body's going to start falling apart. So I want to make sure that I get really good nutrition when I'm not fasting, which is the main reason why I'm doing carnivore, because that is the, most nutritious, the highest nutrition available to us really is meat. I was a little worried, but one time's probably not going to be that big of a deal. So yeah, I did a 47-hour fast before I finally ate again. On Thursday morning, I had the same breakfast that I've had almost every day of this whole experience. I had myself a bunch of bacon and a bunch of eggs. Then later on in the day, I remembered to eat my lunch. So I had myself a couple of hamburgers. This Alfredo sauce that my wife made, she started in on keto recently with me, which is something I'm excited about. She was pretty resistant to my idea of doing a carnivore diet. And she still is resistant to that. She still thinks that I'm crazy, but she was at least willing to start doing keto along with me. Maybe because she saw just how well I was doing. 40 pounds. More or less is where I'm at. But yeah, she made this sauce, Alfredo sauce. It's basically carnivore. I had some stuff in it that isn't what I would normally eat, but since I could eat it all, I went ahead and threw it on top of my burgers. And then I also had some leftover taco meat that she had made for her first day of keto, where she had taco salad. That was some good stuff. I ate as much of that as I could. I couldn't quite finish all the taco meat. I did finish the burgers and the Alfredo sauce. Then I started out my fast, and now I am 24 hours in at least. Okay, it's Sunday night, and I've been having a bit of an issue. So I thought I would try and bring back in a few non-carnivore things. And I decided onions would be the first one that I try, because onions, they're good flavoring. They're good to put on your meat. So on Saturday, my wife thought, she wanted to make Big Macs, like a keto version of a Big Mac. And so she made this mac sauce, and she also sauteed onions. I'm not sure why they should be sauteed to go on a Big Mac, because that's not the way it is. But so I had that on Saturday afternoon, and then shortly after, I started getting a serious pain down in my stomach. And the pain kind of migrated a little bit south from there, so I was like kind of down in my intestines, my bowels, just this pain, and it just sat there, and it didn't go away, and it hurt.
Every time I'd stand up, I'd feel it, and I couldn't decide what the heck it was. It was gas of some sort that was just trapped in there or something. I assumed that it was probably onions that caused this for me, because it was the first time that I had them, first time that I brought it back in. I didn't have a lot. My wife scoffed at me and said, yeah, these 3 little tiny rings of onions that you put on your burger is not enough to do something like that. But I haven't had any onions or anything like it since 6 weeks, 7 weeks ago. Shoot, almost 8 weeks ago. 2 months. So I think it could be anything. She also says that there was mayonnaise, like just plain old regular old mayonnaise in the sauce. Mayonnaise and mustard and some spices. And I guess it could be possible. There's probably soybean oil in the mayonnaise, which is again not carnivore. That's a vegetable oil, and a bad one at that, ones that I've been trying to avoid. I've tried to make sure that we get the mayonnaise that has avocado oil in it instead of soybean oil, which seems to be in everything. But yeah, I don't know what it is. I went to sleep and I woke up in the morning and it was still there, and it stuck with me all day through, despite everything that we had. I had some bacon and some other meat for breakfast. And then eventually for dinner time, we had some roast, and I ate some roast, and I still had that pain in my gut, and it was there. It's been there all day, and I guess I'm gonna sleep on it one more time. We'll see what happens, see if it goes away in the morning, or it goes away by morning. We shall see. So it's Monday afternoon, and I have been fasting for around, it's getting close to 24 hours. And that issue that I was talking about with the pain in my bowels, I guess, it's not my stomach, it's below my stomach. It's still bugging me. Is it something that comes from the onions? Or is it something else? Is it, that was one of those biggest questions you always get when you go with carnivore is, aren't you going to have a problem with constipation? Well, so far, 7 weeks in, I haven't had any problems with that. And I'm thinking maybe that could be this, except for that I've still gone to the bathroom. And by gone to the bathroom, I mean I've gone number 2, both today and yesterday. So it doesn't... both of those were while the problem was bothering me, so I don't understand. I don't think it can be constipation anyways. But it hurts. So maybe it's some kind of gas caused by the onions or something else. I don't know. But we'll have to see, I guess, if this resolves. I noticed that I stepped on the scale this morning and I'm heavier than I was a couple of days ago. So... not sure what I've done there either. I may have ruined things there. I was cruising along towards my goal, doing great, and then all of a sudden went in the opposite direction. So we'll see tomorrow when I weigh in exactly what happens.
Okay, so there you have it. That's how this week went. I had some various issues. I tried a little something, and I think it kind of backfired on me. Maybe I shouldn't have done it. I don't know. I'm going to take a while before I try bringing in any other foods that aren't carnivore, because it's been painful. I'm to the point now where I think I'm fine and it's not causing me any more issues. My stomach, or actually below my stomach, doesn't hurt anymore. Yeah, the last thing I want is for that to happen again. So it'll be a while before I try onions or a lot of other things. Now, today is Tuesday, and so it was time to weigh in and see how the week went. My goal for this week is 258. So, let's take a look and see how I did. Let's go weigh in. All right, so there you have it. 258.2. I guess I didn't quite make my goal, but I'm going to go ahead and chalk that up as a win. It was close enough. I was 0.2 away from hitting my goal. that's okay. I lost 4.5 pounds this week. I gained 0.5 pounds last week because of vacation, because of stuff that I ate. I don't know. Vacation was a little weird, and I wound up eating a few things that probably shouldn't have. The sad thing about this week is that 258.2 being my final weight was actually, I think I had weighed myself on Friday, and it already was at 258. So I don't know what it was that I did over the weekend. I forgot to say in any of my videos that I did eat a bag of pork rinds on Saturday. And I said that I wasn't going to do that anymore, but I did. And it wasn't long after that that my weight went back up. Now, I also ate the onions on Saturday, and I started getting the horrible pains. And at the same time, my weight started going up. So what was behind it, I don't know. But I said I'm not going to eat any pork rinds, and then I did. So now I'm going to swear to really not eat any pork rinds. So far, I've lost 38.8 pounds, which is 13.06397,306% of the weight that I had to begin with. I'm getting close to 50 pounds, which is a pretty exciting goal, something that I want to get. That's halfway to One-derland, halfway to my goal of 100 pounds lost. I really want to get there. That'll be pretty exciting when I get there, but that's not going to happen this week, obviously. Could be in a couple weeks, though. My goal for this week is to get down to 255. 255, I think, is a doable goal for this week. We're going to see what we can do to get there. I'm going to not eat pork rinds. I'm not eating onions. I'm actually going to see if I can go back to basics and really eat the basic stuff, stick with just the meat, just the liver, just the beef, just the steak. One thing that I do want to try and make sure to do is to get in some bone broth. I made some a while ago, and I've had it in my freezer for a long time, and I just forgot about it. And every time I remember it, it's when I'm not home. So I keep forgetting to get it out of the freezer so that it can defrost and I can actually drink this stuff. But that's something that I also want to add in, because I know that getting the collagen and all of the stuff that comes from bones and connective tissue, as they call it, is really important. We need to get more of that in our diet. That's something that, some people don't care about it one way or another, but I believe that we really ought to eat the whole animal, the, nose to tail, as they say in carnivore. So I'm going to try and make sure I get some of that out and have some of that. The other thing that I want to do this week is I'm going to try my best, starting now, to not weigh myself until actual weigh-in day. I have this habit of just weighing myself over and over and over and over and over again. And I get frustrated when it goes up a little bit and then it comes back down a little bit, and then it goes up a little bit and then it comes back down a little bit. But your weight fluctuates from day to day. Obviously when you eat something or you drink something, that weight is inside of you and it becomes part of your weight. And until it goes back out in one way or another, it's going to be there. I am going to try and keep myself from weighing myself extra. Just weigh myself only on Tuesday. We'll see if that helps or hinders. I don't know what it's going to do. Sometimes when the weight goes down and I see that I'm getting close, I get excited. Like I was last Friday. And then when it goes up way high, like it did last Saturday and Sunday, then I get frustrated. We'll see if we can skip all of that stuff. So, next week, 255 is what I'm shooting for. I'm going to have bone broth. I'm not going to weigh myself. I'm going to go back to kind of basics and eat just what I should be eating. And so we'll see how that goes. I will report back to you next week when I will have completed 2 whole months of doing carnivore and alternate day fasting.